welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton's Communications Department. And today we're going to talk about getting ready for summer and making sure that students keep reading. My guest is Caitlyn Flanagan from the main library. Welcome, Caitlyn.
Thanks for having me.
You work mostly with youth.
Yes.
All ages of youth. Teens, little kids, preschoolers at the library. Tell me about why we even have summer reading programs.
Well, summer reading programs are really important because when kids are in school during the year, they get new skills that they develop. But over the summer, a lot of times they'll stop reading, they'll stop using those skills, and that's what we call the summer slide, where they're just sliding back down the scale of all the things that they've developed over the year, which is why summer reading is so important, because if they continue reading through the summer, it's been proven that they keep those skills so they're better ready for the next year that they're going into school.
And that's so important, the way the SOLs build on each other and they have to learn new things. If teachers, not you, teachers have to spend the first 2 months doing catch up, then that's 2 months they're not learning new skills.
Exactly. So coming into the library every week, checking out books, continuing to read, they're really hanging on to those developmental skills that they've grasped in terms of reading, and especially the math skills. That's something that we try to work on too with some of our programming.
Oh, wow, that hadn't even occurred to me. Wait, how do you read for math?
Well, we're trying to gear a lot of our programming towards what's called STEM programming, which focuses on science and math and technology. So like our Lego club, we try to do a lot of building in there, and they get to design things. And we've recently started science programs. We had a program called Science-tacular where we kind of reviewed, liquids and solids and did science demonstrations on those things.
So what you're really using is the reading program to get kids in the library once a week or so and to do a variety of things.
Exactly. And all the programs that we have, we tie in reading resources, whether it's books or audio books or online websites. We try to tie those into whatever program we're doing, so they're not just coming in to do an activity or saying, hey, this is how we figured out how to do this stuff. These are the books that we used.
That's great. So tell me about what the reading program is.
Well, the summer reading program this year, the theme is Pause to Read, not to be confused with our other program called Pause to Read.
Wait, that's where they read to the dogs.
Right.
I want to go to one of those.
Yes.
I think that's really a cool idea.
We're still doing Pause to Read programs during the summer, but the theme for the summer is Pause to Read.
Okay.
And in keeping with that theme, we're teaming up with the Animal Aid Society, which is a nonprofit organization based in Hampton.
Mm-hmm.
They're a no-kill shelter, and they have a list of things that they need constantly. So we decided that we would act as a donation site for the Animal Aid Society so that all the kids that are coming in to read can bring items on that list to donate to Animal Aid. And if the items that they bring aren't things that Animal Aid can use, Animal Aid passes those things on to other organizations within Hampton.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay, so how does this work? Say I have a kid and I want to get him or her signed up.
Well, it's really easy because last year we started the computer registration. So we have a website specifically dedicated to signing up for summer reading. And that website isn't live yet. It's only live a few weeks before summer reading starts.
But people can always go to hampton.gov/library.
Right, we have the link on there. They're able to sign up. We ask for a limited amount of information, nothing, we're not asking for anything scary like social security numbers or anything.
But you want to track ages and grade level in school and things like that. Okay.
So they sign up online. We're asking them that they read a certain amount of time each week. This year we're doing 10 hours. If you read 10 hours, you get your first prize. 15 hours your second prize, and 20 hours your final prize.
Oh, wow.
And when you reach that goal, you get raffle tickets, and you're entered into a drawing.
Now, like 20 hours total or 20 hours a week?
No, 20 hours for the entire program.
You're kidding!
It's really not that bad.
Oh, wow.
I know some people think it sounds like a lot, but it's about 30 minutes a day during the 6-week program. So that's all we're asking is 30 minutes a day of reading.
And kids read differently. Like a preschooler, might do 15 and 15.
Right.
Or a high school kid might do 5 hours at a stretch if you get a good novel.
Exactly. And for the younger kids, for example, have stories read to them. Obviously, we don't think that they're going to be able to read 20 hours by themselves. So,
although I've read to the 4-year-olds in the Mayor's Book Club, and they learn a book like that, you know, and they'll turn the pages and know the words, even if it isn't quite reading. It is. It's pre-reading skills.
Right. Exactly.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be good. We've got performers that are coming in addition to the programs that the library staff is putting on.
And so this will be at each of the libraries, maybe different days of the week or different times, the gatherings that you're going to have.
Exactly. All the branches host different performers. So no matter where you go, you're going to get something.
That's good. And really, I suppose, I mean, technically you'd register at one place, but if you were on vacation or you wanted to go hit something at one of the other branches, no one's going to stop you.
Right. If you register through, say, the Hampton branch, you can still come into the main library and we'll give you a prize. It doesn't matter.
That's good. And then the main one is also the branch that has the Lego Club and really the larger children's area and more programming. But there's programming everywhere.
Right. There will be programming at each branch, but there are some programs that are only for the main library, like the Lego Club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's neat. I mean, I think that's a hands-on thing that keeps kids busy. One of the hard things about kids, and I'll generalize, which is probably not fair, but boys in particular, is they don't sit still to read. I mean, the sitting still is harder than the reading. And so having the story time, having the hands-on stuff makes it a little easier for them, I think, to succeed and feel comfortable.
Right. The Lego Club is one of those programs that's really great for the boys because we have books that show you how to build certain Lego creations. So I have multiple copies of those and I encourage them, hey, why don't you take this book back to your table and figure out what you want to build, and they'll start reading through it and figuring out what they want to do.
The other thing I think is that kids, particularly if they're struggling a little bit in school, reading in school is a chore, and reading what you are supposed to read in school can be a chore. You know, reading the textbooks, reading the harder stuff, and in the summer, if they get to choose what they want to read, maybe it can be fun again, and maybe that can reinvigorate their reading and their really personal enjoyment.
Exactly. We want to kind of hit home that reading is fun and it's rewarding, which is why we do the prize system. And we're also doing an end of the year summer reading circus. So that'll be a fun day to celebrate, you know, getting to the end of the summer and completing your goal.
That's good. And I think for high school kids, you're reading what your teacher tells you to read, and you have a lot of reading. And so in the summer is your time maybe to have a little more fun. Also, there's so many good young adult books and young adult series. I mean, I've been reading some of them. I mean, it's just like, wow, these are really captivating.
Yeah, the young adult genre especially has really taken off, especially with all the series like the Hunger Games and the Divergent series.
I haven't done Divergent yet, but I love Hunger Games, so people keep telling me I should read Divergent next.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I think it can be a lifelong pattern. Like when I was a kid, I did summer reading at the library most of the time, and you know, it created a habit, and now I'm so busy during the year, and my new habit is that when I go to the pool, when I go to the beach, I get to read. You know, it's my treat for myself, and I do more of my reading in the summer than any other time of the year. So you're starting people on that path.
That's what we're hoping to do, is to really enforce that reading is rewarding.
It is. It's like, you know, a special treat you can give yourself. And it's also informational, and there's lots of other reasons people read, but I think that's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, well, Caitlyn, is there anything else you want to remind people before we wrap up?
I just want to remind everyone of the dates. The summer reading program starts on Friday, June 13th, and it ends...
Oh, that's like the last day of school. That's one of the high school graduations. So you're getting them before they have a chance to slack off.
That's right. And then it ends on July 25th, which is also a Friday.
All right, and they can go register at hampton.gov/library, or they can call, or they can drop by and register in person if that's easier.
That's right.
Okay, thank you very much for coming by today, Caitlyn.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching. I hope if you have a child living with you or in your family that you might consider this. And also remember, summer reading is a treat for all of us, not just for those who are young. Thank you.